How's it going, guys? Marine King here. It's season 19, and the first thing I want to do is do a quick apology to all my subscribers, just to say that I'm sorry I did not uh, give you more content this month. I was really sick for the last couple of weeks with a sore throat, and I really couldn't even speak. I was basically mostly bedridden for a lot of time, and I just could not really make videos. I know that a lot of you have been requesting more instructionals on the Holy 4000 and Firestorm 3.0, and I'm going to start kicking those out right away. But what I wanted to show you today was a Shaman deck, which has been working very well for me this season. This is called the Blood Token Army, and I'm just going to really quickly run down the deck list, but you need to go into the video description and look at the current deck list, because sometimes they change and you want to be up to date with what's fresh and what's current. But at this particular moment, running 1 Earthshock, 2 Rockbiter weapons, 2 Zombie Cho, 1 Echo Ooze, 2 Flame Tongue Totem, 2 Hunted Creeper, 2 Totem Golem, 2 Feral Spirits, 2 Hex, 2 Lightning Storms, 2 Tusker Totomics, 2 Piloted Shredder, 1 Bloodlust, 2 Azir Drakes, 2 Thunder Bluff Valiants, 2 Fire Elementals, 1 Dr. Boom, and 1 Alakir. Now, the reason that I have really dedicated myself to playing a lot of Shaman this season is because it is widely known that Shaman as a class sucks right now. And a lot of people who are fans of Shaman just feel like there's nothing they can do, that they're just screwed right now because of the fact that Blizzard and the game developers and Bimbro have done such a terrible job with Shaman, really butchered up the class, really made it worse every expansion by giving other classes such strong tools and giving Shaman and Rogue repeatedly just garbage cards, or cards that they thought would be good and didn't end up being that good after all. And that has and I'm a lover of Shaman, so it kind of inspired me to see if there was something I could construct that would do well in this current meta on the ladder. Well, I want to show you the current version of this deck. I have a tracker, Hearthstone deck tracker, that tracks my recorded games, and I just wanted to quickly show you how this particular version has been working for me. I wish I had just done a continuous recording of this, but this is kind of something I did when I was ill, and I really did not want to record looking and sounding the way that I did. But this is it. The Blood Token Army, the second rendition, 13-0. This is all on ladder, and you can just take a quick look here and see kind of what classes I've been against. These are all for this deck, and you can get a quick look here at this stat sheet. Poor Rogues, not one game against Rogue. Nobody wants to play Rogue right now. And that just kind of gives you an idea. And another thing is, all of those games were played at up to this current rank, back to back continuously up to rank 5. And I kind of want to stop there yesterday and start showing you guys what's up. So I was win streaking, 13 games win streaking all the way up to rank 5. So here we go. We're just going to go ahead and jump right in. This is going to be part 1 of an instructional series. I kind of apologize for the lengthy intro, but I'm going to go ahead and put in the description that you can just skip straight to wherever this timestamp is to get started with the instructional. I don't expect, of course, at this point, now that we're at rank 5 going upward, to just win streak like crazy like that, but because we kind of reached a higher level of competitiveness but this deck performs okay against did you see that? That was cool. Against Paladin, Hunter, and Mage Temple, which is just dominating the ladder right now. So we're going to mulligan away all of this. I'm going to tell you right now what you mulligan for. We're going to mulligan for our 1, 2, and 3 drops. Feral Spirits does not count as a 3 drop. That's kind of like a spell, and we're going to save that for middle to later game if possible. Zombie Cho, we want Echo Ooze, we want Totem Golem, and we also will keep always a Tusker Totomic. Now, interesting thing here is with this deck, you have to know how to play this deck. It's very difficult to learn it's got a very tricky learning curve, but the basics are actually simple to understand. And I'm going to tell you what it is right now. It's always about developing board before removal. And that's one of the reasons that basically we always toss away even the Rock Biter, which a lot of people think is a great thing to keep in your opening mulligan against Shaman. Don't. Because we have to develop board. And every turn we have to develop the most stats we can. So we play the 3-4 instead of the Zombie Cho 2-3. We have to develop the most stats possible every turn. Okay? So even though I could curve nicely by putting the totem, I'm going to play the Zombie Cho because it's just important to get the most stats. And let's save the Earth Shock for something more better than to shock that. See, it's just too greedy to try to save the 3-1. We don't need to be greedy. We just need to be intelligent. Play the Shredder always to the left side because you never know if a buffing card will come out of it. So it could be like Alpha Wolf, it could be Flame Tongue Totem, or So the card to play right here is Thunderbluff Valiant because it's just the most stats we can get on the board. And another quick thing I want to mention is a lot of times on turn 5 you'll end up with a choice to either play Thunderbluff Valiant or you'll have Azir Drake in your hand and play the Thunderbluff unless there's really some extreme reason why. Now, a huge part of playing well with Shaman, and it took me a long time to get my head around this, is knowing how to trade well. And it's not as obvious as it looks. A lot of times people say, well, you know, it's easy. Just trade upward or don't trade at all. If you can't kill something, don't trade. That's actually wrong. A lot of times you should sacrifice your own minion to hit something even if you won't kill it. And the reason why is because Shaman's a little different than other classes. You have to think ahead. Things like Lightning Storm, things like Flame Elemental on the next turn. Okay. So, right here, we need to use Flame Tongue Totem and Hero Power. Make sure it was just an epic mistake to make sure to get your totems down first before you Hero Power and miss the buff. Okay. Now, the thing is, right here, I'm going to go ahead and play Zombie Cho and Earth Shock this because here's the thing. I don't want to make it easy for him to grab another True Silver Sword and just cut this down. And if I trade that, I'll make it so easy for him. So I don't want to be greedy and try to like save that 4-1. Okay. Okay. So, okay. hmm The first thing is to we need to think. This is delicate. Okay. All right. So first things first. Start attacking his face here. He's gonna summon the new guy. He'll die. Buff up this guy to avenge. That'll revive. Basically, every secret's gonna play out right here, except for competitive spirit, which will be next turn. Okay, gotta hurry. Okay, now that's the get down. All right, simple. Play this. Play this will turn into one. Go face. Don't even attempt to hit this, because it's not going to be any better for you. Just keep letting that get bigger for now. And don't worry about the rest. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, first things first is like we need to play Tusker to Tomic. Do not play Lightning Storm. That's like way too greedy. Don't do it. And we need to play it. Well, some don't play it on that side because it could be a Flame Tongue Totem. All right. Now it's this. Now we add up damage. We have 8. 22. Okay. So, important thing is we need to kill this. Like, very imperative. Okay. Alright. Now, we again leave that mysterious challenger alone and apply the pressure. It's important not to over control the board. We usually control, but don't over control in situations where you could be aggressive. And the reason why is because if you are over controlling at the wrong time, then what happens is, and he's dead. We pee. What happens is you end up in a situation where you've essentially given the enemy life where they shouldn't have had it. I mean, the more you back them into a corner, the less opportunities they have to play a lot of the cards they would like to play, like Dr. Boom and you know, a lot of the aggressive cards. They're stuck being on the defensive. So you need to take advantage of the board aggression when you can, and don't worry about playing into board clears with this deck, because even though it doesn't seem like it, even with a couple of cards you can refill the board relatively quickly. That's kind of another tip too. So that's an example of what you can do even against the powerful and broken, might I add, Secret Paladin. So that's making us actually 14-0. As we continue this instructional series, if this was a deck that was interesting for you to see more, make sure to, again, look in the description of this video at the bottom and take a look at the current deck list, and there will also be a guide attached there. And there's going to be an ongoing instructional for this season. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next part of this instructional. Marine King out.